Okay, I guess we're live. Let's check it out. Too loud. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your friend, Adam Banks. And I'm here today to talk about cryptocurrency. It wasn't until recently that I started to invest in crypto. I always had a desire to, but the coins that I wanted to invest in, they were just really hard to get a hold of, and now they are more easily available. And one of the main problems was Binance wouldn't let me upload my ID because they didn't have a file for the address on my house, which my house is a new house, so maybe the records have not updated, but this is a new build, so they have no record of my house, so they're thinking that I'm fraud or something, so they won't let me sign up. So it has been difficult because your address has to match your ID. So, and their support is total shit, by the way. Because I probably contacted customer support a dozen times, and I got one response 3 days later from the original message that they opened, and then I said, okay, I will send you my ID, and I sent it again, and no response. So I guess my money's too good for them. But I found a new exchange that sells without that address verification component. They just want to see your ID, which makes more sense. They should verify your age, your name, and so and so. But they shouldn't put too much emphasis on your mailing address because they don't even send out statements. So, and plus, I could be homeless. I could be, couch surfing. I could be divorced. I could be separated. I could not be at that address anymore. So, they gotta let it go. So this was the first test of this video shoot. I'm trying to check the volume. I'm trying to check the set. I'm trying to check out where this is going, because this is all for the Hallway Trust, and I figure since I'm going to do all the research for the Hallway Trust, I should talk about it this time, because I did all the research for Midnight Gallery, and I didn't say one fucking thing about all that amazing art that I found. And the people and the artists that you saw that entered the gallery and the shows that I had, they were the ones that I connected with. But there were still a lot of other artists that I had in the pipeline to bring their art to California. One was from Mozambique, Africa. I had a couple more people from Canada, and Russia as well. So, and on top of that, there was also just a lot of amazing art that I discovered that I wouldn't be able to get my hands on for the gallery. Maybe it was too far, or they're way too advanced. They have their own agent and whatever. But a lot of great art, and that's a regret of mine, is that I should have been videotaping more. But looking back, it was just one of those things that, on top of all the other things I had going on, doing a YouTube show was not going to happen. So if I do more art research, which I will, because you know, I need to do installation art more now, and I was focused primarily on painting before, but towards the end of 2019, towards the end of 2020, you know, started to say we need to shift to installation art, and then at the end of 2020, installation art was the main breadwinner for the gallery. But what was great is the way that I set that up is I still had the paintings available for sale within the installation art. So I encourage, paintings all the time. And a lot of people get a little bored. They call it two-dimensional, but I think that's total bullshit because, all those people that say those types of things, I ask them, well, what gallery have you been to? Or what painters do you know? And of course, they list off the typical Picasso and Rembrandt and all these things, but I can guarantee you those people haven't stepped foot physically in front of any of those paintings, because I have, and that was part of the reason why I became obsessed with art, because I got exposed to the art galleries of New York City and Los Angeles. And I saw Van Gogh's Starry Night at the MoMA in NYC. So that was pretty much when, everything was set in stone. That I was just like, I love painting, I love art, I love oil paint. Oil paint has been like my favorite medium, and it's just great. So, but you all know that. So it's a good test video, good test shoot, and we'll just keep up with the content. It's all research right now, and so you're coming along for the ride. We're going to build the best fucking art gallery system this world has ever seen. And I'm not even going to go into the future plans, because the future plans are the craziest ones, and they are attainable. There is a model to reach, the end of the line that I see. Most people would start an art gallery and they would just be happy if they can keep that thing going because they love art so much. And then there's some people who will start an art gallery and it's like second nature because their family has connections, they're wealthy, they've been passed this job down, or so-and-so, they have a famous name, like, you might have the name Guggenheim, and, you might be like, oh yeah, I'm going to own some Walmart franchises. And it's just like, no, you're not. You're going to run galleries. You're going to sell art. So I never sold art before. No one in my family has before. So it took a lot of work to make my gallery successful, which is Midnight Gallery, if I haven't mentioned that before. And this research right now that I'm doing, we're going to delve into cryptocurrency. This is for the Hallway Trust. And that's the financial wing of the gallery. It's actually a sub-gallery. I created a bank, basically, but the bank is a gallery, and it's the sub-gallery of Midnight Gallery. The primary focus of the sub-gallery is money. It's not to be more sensitive or more, integral with the spirit and the passion that is art. And a lot of people get upset with, commercializing art. And that's why, I figured I'm not going to get Midnight Gallery dirty with any of that controversy. I'm not even going to mention money. That's why I have a sub-gallery, which has sub-shows, and that's actually a bank. So it's not even a, official bank. It's that I have masked the gallery as a bank or masked the bank as a gallery. It's really this new concept of, morphing a business into a new uh, methodical function of what it's actually going to be doing in its operation. So, it's showing art, but it's actually just like a vault. Galleries aren't typically thought of as vaults until you go to the back of the gallery behind the closed doors, and I can guarantee you there's a lot of art that is stored back there because, we just know people who want to buy art. So you entertain someone, and the best way to break the ice is say, hey, do you want to see, the collection that's going on? So uh, the Hallway Trust is going to take the it's going to take the anonymity out of art collecting. Like, it's, well, not overall, but it's going to allow people to show their art, especially the artists. It's going to allow the artists to keep their art, but keep it on display, and but still give collectors and still give the audience that they're making a connection with, uh, to still give them a really amazing experience that might even be more fulfilling than having that painting or that sculpture stashed away in a, you know, storage unit, your living room, your basement, a gift to your niece or whatever, and no one ever sees it again. So the Hallway Trust has this function. It wasn't exactly the overall intended function, but it was a function that just made sense when you looked at it, and it said, um, we need to show this art. We don't need to make it, create it, go through the entire trouble of making it just to give it to some rich person, and no one will ever see it again. And then, the artist, through time and through, everything, 100 years from now, people start to know about this artist. But someone could have lived their whole life during that time and never known. And that's not what the artist, I'm sure that's not what the artist wants. True artists, they have money. Money just happens. It's just a part of it all. But it nowhere near eclipses, why they do what they do, why we do what we do. I'm an artist too. So, artist run gallery. You're going to get something really creative, and you're going to get something not so typical, not so orthodox, and not such a focus on generating wealth so much. See, because that's the thing. As an artist, money will always be with me. I will always have it. It will always be there. Whether I have more than I need or barely not enough, it's just going to be there. And I don't really, if I really wanted to make a lot of money, I would have stayed doing all the things that I did before I got very, very serious about the art gallery and about my studio work. So that's a good little intro, I think, to get you guys up to speed on just like the energy that I really have right now. I think I should just say one more word, that the art market is getting clobbered right now. The art world is taking hits because, there is, whether you want to admit it to yourself or not, from the year 2020 and now we're through 2021, there has been a global, I want to call it a terrorist event, but this may be something a little more. But basically, if you're not aware, they found that bioweapon research was being done in China, and it was prohibited research. that migrated from North Carolina to Wuhan, China. And no one wants to come clean about exactly what happened. Oh my God, the genocide, the liability. But, you know, that thing that they made, or whatever they were making, it got out, and it has affected a lot of people. It hasn't been the Black Plague, so to speak, but um, it has been like it's not cut and dry, and it's not so coherent or easy to interpret exactly what's happening, because we're in the event right now. But just to give you an idea of how complex this situation is, um, we are hearing reports that there may have been over 100 different pathogens developed through this research in this current time frame, which means that we may not even begin to have entered the main attack, so to speak, or, but I wouldn't be doing this video if that was the case. I actually feel like we're finally getting a handle on it, which is why I can resume these gallery operations. But just to let you know why I'm sitting in this office, this isn't a typical office for me. I don't like offices. My office was the gallery floor, and that's where I would be doing a video like this if I had to. But you know, things were pretty bad for art, bad for the world, and there's a lot of very fucked up politics going on. But I feel like finally there has been a pushback from the good guys to wrangle this monster in that has been let out. And so I wouldn't be here if that hasn't been actively occurring. From what I've seen and what I've heard, and the awareness that has gone on by those who wish to know, those who must know, they will scour the ends of the earth to find the answers. And they usually have children, they're usually family people, and they report back, and they have the proof, and they have the talk to back it up, what they're saying. So luckily I'm here to talk to you guys, and now we got to look at the future a little bit, and we just got to stay hopeful for closure and justice to the current situation. And then there's going to be a huge period of mourning that the earth is going to go through. And I hope art can be there, to solidify, it's choking me up a little bit, but to solidify what makes us, good, loving human beings with each other. So, I think we're going to get there. It's all right. Signing out from the desk of the new office of the Hallway Trust in Pensacola, Florida. Catch you later. Bye.